Now, here's a quick one about a guy who sadly learns the hard way that so many gals will deliberately marry a guy that they have no interest in just so he can provide. He makes a good living, she can enjoy the lifestyle and all that, and oftentimes deny him a whole lot of the loving or certain elements of the loving. He's getting the bare minimum. And in this story here, this guy finds out that things that she wasn't willing to do with him, he found on video she's doing with other guys. Title: I found a homemade video of my wife performing certain acts with her previous boyfriends that she has never done with me. Help. He says, "Hi everyone, I'm a 35-year-old man, and I've been married to my wife, a 32-year-old female, for 3 years now. Prior to me, she says that she only had one boyfriend and that she dated for several years in college, but that's it." Okay, just one boyfriend, that's it. Let's remember this. Now, the entire time we've been together, she has never ever given me a BJ, citing that she thinks it's disrespectful for women and that she thinks it's disgusting. So I respected her boundaries, but I have to admit, as a man who never experienced a BJ before, yes, me, I really just always wanted one and hoped for one. I still don't know what it feels like to this day. You got to be 30-some years old and you never once had a BJ, dude? And your wife, who claims she loves you and all that, not even once on your birthday or something like that? I never harbored resentment for my wife because I always just assumed that she's telling me the truth. The one time I pressed her for more information, which I now know I never should have done, she told me that it stems from childhood issues and things that her father made her do that traumatized her. She's claiming that her dad did all these things. Let's remember this. I never challenged her again about giving oral sex. I felt bad enough learning that bad stuff happened to her as a little gal, and I still feel terrible about it. So okay, he's trying to be the loving, kind, understanding husband here. Yesterday, my wife asked me to help her with her iPad because it was freezing and updates were failing. When I checked it out, I noticed that she was out of disk space on it. I ran some tools on it, and it told me that one app in particular was taking up too much space. Calculator Plus, which is an app used to clandestinely hide files on an Apple iOS device. Oh really? Special app to hide information. I had no idea what it was until I checked in the App Store and learned that it was used for such purposes. I went back in the app and curiously entered what I thought was a PIN number that she might pick. It's the same she picked for ATM machine as well as the house alarm PIN. She has the same PIN for everything. Not very smart. To my surprise, there were several large, high-quality homemade videos stored in the app. Oh, I guess it must be videos of the dogs or the cats or something, because what else could it be? The videos were all of her with her previous boyfriends. I thought she only had one boyfriend. Not just one boyfriend, but 6 different ones. I stupidly watched one video, then another, and another, and another. Every video she made with these 6 boyfriends all had BJs in them. Wait a second here. I thought this was the gal who said she only had one boyfriend and certainly never ever did that stuff because it was demeaning and degrading towards women, and also she's traumatized because of things that this guy said she said that her dad did to her. I'm assuming the dad is no longer in the picture. But here she is, one video after the other with Chad Tyrone's zucchini in her mouth. Oh, okay, so she made the whole thing up about her dad amongst many other things. Can you imagine seeing that, guys? I'm so mad that she lied about the BJs and lied to me about how many men she had SCX with. How about also saying about her dad? She said 1, but it's really 6 or more. She says she thinks BJs are disrespectful towards women, but clearly she has no problem doing them. Yeah, I'm sure in the video she's probably very enthusiastically bobbing her head up and down with a big, slobbery, disgusting smile on her face. On top of this, they're all taken on her phone and all at her apartment where she lived previously before me. She took the videos and now she even saved them. So, as I said in the beginning of the video, makes rules for betas, right here, breaks rules for the alphas. She obviously found her guy. He said he only had one other girl from before who would clearly be happy to have her, marry her, provide and all that, and she doesn't have to do a damn thing. And if she's down to doing more frisky stuff, I have a hard time believing she's staying true and blue to this guy. I'm wrecked and I want to confront her, but I'm worried that I will admit to snooping and that she will use physical violence against me like she has in the past. Hold on here. Are you telling me in the past she got physical with you and not the way you want? And you're still with her? What does that say about this guy? It's not too bad, but she doesn't punch or kick, but she has slapped and bitten me. Bitten you? Never too much, though, to the point I would need medical help or that's painful. It doesn't matter. One strike, that's it. End of story. Situation was reversed. Believe me, people will be after him like crazy. This all just hurts my heart very badly, especially because I was a virgin before I met her, and we gently eased into sex. Well, I'm not at all surprised he was a virgin before he met her. She made me feel special, wanted, and that I was lucky to be having sex with a beautiful woman like her. Smack! Should have smacked him earlier. See, already, you can tell right here. She found him, she had her fun, then she found her nice guy with no experience who'd be grateful to have someone just amazing and beautiful as her. Dude, you tell me you couldn't got any chicks before her? She made it easy for you on purpose because she was using. I'm sorry this happened, and really, and this happens a lot to guys, but that's why I share these stories. But now I know I'm one of half a dozen or maybe more men, and now I feel that she has what she has. I don't know, cheapened the experience for me. I'm willing to bet you it's a lot more than that 6, because it was just 6 that she recorded on her phone in her old apartment. What do you think she was doing before that? You know, I never was lucky with the girls. No shit. Until I became successful in my career, which gave me the confidence to speak to women. So at the end of the day, his success and him doing well and obviously making money has helped in one form or the other. I thought like, oh, how wow, special abs amazing. The first woman I date is the one I get married to and lose my virginity to. To be honest, I would not have dated her if I had known she was sleeping with 6 men, giving them BJs, and that she would deny them to me. Well, no self-respecting guy would, but obviously this guy just didn't think to question that. I think he was just so caught up in the emotions that I got this physically beautiful looking gal paying attention to me, wanting to spend the rest of her life with me. All right, I won't question anything, don't want to screw it up. Newsflash, dude, if you do well for yourself and you take care of yourself and you start developing self-esteem and confidence, you can get other chicks, and they're not all like her. But this is why you got to do your homework, guys. This is why you got to do some digging before you get serious, let alone marrying them. And yes, they deliberately pick guys that they know will be grateful to have them. And meanwhile, they've done everything else with all the other guys, but these guys don't get anything. That's how it works, because they figured, hey, he ain't going anywhere. And if we break up, hey, I'll make out like a bandit in a divorce. And it's so unfortunate to see and have these things happen, but it does. And real quick, a few comments to wrap this up. This one guy says, this is classic. This is classic. She probably has a loser career, had the whole young and free sex life, found a putz with no confidence, and a good career to support her while she contributes less and less and the bare minimum. On top of that, she's physically abusive. Look, even if you aren't great with women, other hot women who are looking to use you for a successful career will at least suck your you-know-what and treat you better. Putting aside that obviously she's lied to him about everything and denying him everything and all that, the fact that he's admitted that she's bitten him and slapped him and everything, no, this cannot last. End of freaking story, dude. Another guy says here, if this post is yours, is actually true, and I've seen a few people doubting it, then the entire situation, if fucked beyond repair, I'll tell you exactly why. First of all, it sounds like she only married you before your money. And if so, she's not even a good gold digger because she's not willing to at least do whatever you want sexually. Secondly, she kept the videos of her doing these acts with her ex-boyfriends that she lied to you about having. That should be highly troubling because it means that she's still getting off on those videos from time to time. Third, and what should probably be the biggest thing you should worry about, is she kept those videos and still getting off on them and not pleasing you by withholding certain acts. There's probably no possible way that she isn't cheating on you, and probably with one of those exes in her video. There is no way she's being true and blue to this guy. There is no way. And I felt bad for this guy, but these guys unfortunately learn the hard way. Because I bet you somebody told him these things about her before he got married to her, he'd be like, no, not my girl. Normally I would have just told someone to just outright get a divorce over this, but I saw a better idea in one of the other commenters' posts. Now this is what he says and I disagree with. Sit her down and just talk. Talk about what you found in the videos and explain things rationally and what you would do. Do you expect her to be rational? She's going to freak out that he was going through her phone, and she'll probably bite him and smack him again or worse. As she gets defensive about you snooping, on her, then calmly explain that while snooping is wrong, it's even more wrong to be lying about how many partners she's had and about the oral sex involved. If she starts getting out of control, starts screaming or hitting you, then she's just a worthless gold digger, and you should immediately begin the divorce proceedings. No, you should begin the divorce proceedings anyway, because aside from her getting violent with him, amongst many other things, she's a liar, deceiver, all these types of things. And I guarantee if he hired a PI, which he should at this point, he's going to find out way more. And that may be what he needs. Now, I hope this guy's in an at-fault divorce state so it could help him out, but probably not. So anyway, there you go, guys. Another example of them deliberately picking the guy who they have no interest in but is going to provide, and they get the bare minimum, if anything. It's done on purpose. Watch out.